Hey, this is Evertras. So a lot of people have been asking me for details about the Shatter combo, saying they're having a bit of trouble with it, so hopefully this little clip will help you guys out. The theory behind it is you're going to be doing a lot of burst damage that's very unexpected, and the way you do this is you wind up a Frostbolt and basically just have the Water Elemental freeze the target right before you finish casting the Frostbolt. And ideally you'd also have the pet firing its Water Bolt right after all your burst damage hits for about 600 to 800 damage on top of that. So let's take a look at the situation here. And here we have just an Alterac Ram, because I freaking hate those things. And we're summoning our Water Elemental. And we're going to start casting Frostbolt and immediately have the pet start casting its Water Bolt. And the reason we have this order is that we don't want the pet's Water Bolt to hit our Frost Nova and break it before we finish casting our Frostbolt. It's just kind of a failsafe. If your pet is already casting, just chain casting Water Bolts, you should try and time it such that you start casting Frostbolt about in the middle of one of your pet's cast, if possible. It's not that big of a deal, but it's just something to keep in mind. And as we're showing here, we have our pet start casting its Water Bolt a split second after we start casting our Frostbolt. Anyway, let's jump forward a bit. We're going to bring out our freeze macro, and you should have this hotkeyed. If you need the macro, check out the macro section of the site. Hit the hotkey and bring the reticle to right near your target. Now it's really important to note that when you cast a spell and you have Shatter, the spell only cares if the target is frozen when the spell leaves your hands. Anything can happen after the spell is in the air, and it will still get the Shatter bonus. Conversely, if you cast a Frostbolt and the target is frozen while the spell is in the air, the Frostbolt will not get the Shatter bonus. So it's very important that you use the Elemental's freeze before you finish casting. However, you also want to do it as close to the end of the cast as possible to give the target as little time as possible to react. In this case, the Ram can't do anything anyway, but against, say, a Priest that can Dispel or a Pally that can Blessing of Freedom himself, you want to be able to time it so the target has no idea what's about to hit them. So we're going to do this in slow motion. I click about 0.3 seconds before this one goes off. So the Frostbolt goes off, the Ice Lance immediately follows it, and the pet's Water Bolt immediately follows that. And you can just burst down with whatever else after that. So anyway, that's just the basic Shatter combo. You can use it against pretty much any class, and it's very useful for a lot of burst damage very quickly. So anyone that tells you Frost doesn't have burst damage is pretty much insane. Anyway, hope that helped, and see you around.